Hello, my name is Corinne and I'm a midwife, lactation consultant and tongue-tie practitioner at Princess Alexandra Hospital. I'm here to talk to you about infant feeding. All our maternity staff and neonatal staff are trained in providing infant feeding support to you, especially the midwives and maternity care supporters. We have a midwife and a maternity care assistant who is specifically trained to support you with feeding, particularly any complex issues you may have at the start when you have your baby. It's always your decision on how you want to feed your baby, but as a hospital we want it to be an informed decision, so you make a fully informed decision on how you choose to feed your baby. I'm going to talk to you about skin to skin. Skin to skin is the most wonderful thing. When your baby's born, as long as your baby is well and there aren't any complications, we will put your baby on your tummy for you, and we want your baby to stay there until you've had the first feed, at least an hour, and as long as you want, and that means breast and bottle feeding. It's for both babies. Why is skin to skin a good idea? Well, it encourages your baby to feed however you're going to feed your baby. It calms your baby down, and it's just a wonderful start. It helps to maintain their baby's blood sugars, and it keeps them warm, it regulates their heartbeat and breathing, and it calms you both down. When you are breastfeeding, your oxytocin, which is a hormone that releases milk, makes you respond to your baby in a loving way. So it really does help you get feeding off to a good start. But it's just as important for mums who choose to formula feed their babies. It's just a wonderful time. Now, skin to skin is for both parents, but at the start we really want it to be for the mum, just to get the bond going and just to help with feeding. But also skin to skin is any place, anytime, anywhere. It calms your baby down, and it is always a good idea to do skin to skin before a feed. It's a wonderful thing. I'm just talking to you now about feeding cues. So when would you know to feed your baby? So you get to know your baby really quickly, but you will soon get to know your feeding signs. So the babies will do a little bit of wriggling, if their eyes are shut, you'll see some rapid eye movement, a bit of facial movement, rooting where the baby turns his head, licking their lips, they might suck on their hand, a bit of wriggling. But the last sign that your baby needs feeding is crying. So we really encourage you to get to your baby before your baby cries, because it's so much easier to feed your baby. And you'll soon get to know what these signs are. If you are breastfeeding, you can't overfeed a breastfed baby, so it's always appropriate to offer the breast. It's also a good way to settle your baby, and also just to make your baby feel secure and loved. So we talk quite a lot about loving relationships and soothing your baby. However you're going to feed your baby, building a relationship with your baby and helping to build a happy baby is really important. There's just a couple of things that we really want you to know. So your baby isn't capable of any rational thought. So if your baby is crying, your baby doesn't know where you are. So if you pick them up and talk to them and soothe them, that really helps their baby's brain to grow. Babies can't be spoiled. They're not capable of getting into a routine. So that's not something that we encourage. We really know by responding to their feeding cues, picking your baby up, soothing, talking to them, singing to them, really helps your baby to feel secure and have a really secure, strong bond. It makes your baby cry less. So if you want to get your baby into routine, it can really cause problems with feeding however you want to feed your baby. So we know that babies that are picked up, soothed, loved are more likely to grow up into happier adults. They're more likely to have less problems with anxiousness. So the more that we pick our babies up and don't let them cry, the better it is, and it really does trigger the mothering hormone in us as well. We also provide a wonderful leaflet called the Mothers and Others Guide, and you will all get this when you're pregnant, and it just has the most fantastic information about feeding, antenatal when you're pregnant, and skin to skin. I would urge you to read it. We also, in our hospital, we're very proud actually, we have clinics usually Monday to Friday to support infant feeding, and you will be given information on discharge about how to make that. You can refer yourself by email, and your community staff can also make those appointments for you, and we can see you again and again. It's really good. We're very proud to say at Princess Alexandra Hospital that we are a baby-friendly accredited unit, and that means we've been awarded accreditation by UNICEF, and they've been to assessors and they've said we've reached a certain standard to be able to give really good advice about infant feeding.